Hey everyone, I'm Donnie and welcome to the channel. Today I thought it would be fun to do a cover design for a thriller. This isn't hard at all, and I will be using my updated dark romance and thriller brush set, which I will leave a link in the description below. So let's get started. We'll open a new canvas at 6 inches by 9 inches at 300 dpi, and we'll keep the standard sRGB profile. I'm going to drop in a black background, and I'll import a copyright-free stock photo from Unsplash. I'm going to flip her around. I will add a layer, and in my romance and thriller brush set, I'm going to select the Wispy Veil brush. Let's do a pale green color, and I'm just sweeping lines down over the photo like this. And I will choose a darker green color for some contrast. In adjustments, I'll choose motion blur, and I'm just pulling it out like this. Let's try the other direction. I want to have a soft blend, but still maintain definition. Now I will lessen the opacity. Time to add in the title. For the text, I'm using a font called Avenir, which is one of my favorite sans serif fonts. And I will scrunch down the leading and move it into place. I'm going to stretch out the letters to help balance it out with the image. Now I will filter this to overlay to give it more of a cinematic feel. And you can't see it here, but I've duplicated this layer just so it pops out more. I'll add in the word "the," and I'm just going to make it a lot smaller. I will duplicate this text and add a blurb beneath the title. I'll reduce this down and stretch out the kerning. Now I want to add some color into the image to balance out the green tone and just to create some impact. For this, I'll choose the airbrush tool, and I'm just coloring in a few spots around the canvas like this. I'm going to filter this to vivid light, and move back the opacity so it blends in more with the image. Now I will do the same thing with the title by creating a layer above the text, then turning it into a clipping mask. And I'm just brushing color in a few areas of text. Then I'll filter this to pen light and push back the opacity. Let's stretch the text just a little bit more. Now I'm going to duplicate this and add in the author name. And I will reduce this down so it fits on one line. When I did that, I disconnected the clipping mask, so let's reset that. Now it looks like the E in wife is a little hard to read with the overlay filter. So what I'm going to do is create a cheat layer above the wispy veil and make another streak like this. And then I'll apply a motion blur again, just so it brings out the letter more like this. Looks good. Now for a final touch, let's apply a soft black border. And I can turn on the guides for more precision, but for this, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'll invert the selection and drop in black, then drag out a Gaussian blur. And then I will filter it to a soft light. And there's how to create a simple yet powerful thriller book cover using a few cool techniques that have maximum viewer impact. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please feel free to share your comments and any questions below, or if you have any ideas for a future tutorial you would like to see, I would love to hear from you. I'm also now on Substack, and I would love it if you would subscribe. Here is where I share more in-depth articles on art and life, and I will leave a link to this as well. Until next time, take care, and I will see you soon.